morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to this setup of the CIAT Digitalization Dialogue. It's kind of mixed feelings on my side because it's always good to be with our chair, Christian Van der Valk, but it is kind of sad because we know that as many things in life, things go to an end. And sometimes it happens, and it's happening now to this fantastic group. It has been 2 years when we in Santa Cruz in Bolivia started this idea. I personally want to say thank you, Christian. Thank you very much for leading this group till now. Maybe you want to make some comments about the experience, about this road trip that we have been together. Please, welcome.
Thank you, Errol, and the pleasure has been all mine. When we started this, as you say, that's actually very good, a good reminder and very appropriate at a big CIAT conference in Santa Cruz. We said that I would take over or take the chairmanship for the first round, and it was an incredible privilege and a very nice opportunity to do the things I like to do with this really good group of people. It's a process that I very much believe in, but I also believe very much in in democracy. And I think one of the most important things is knowing when to let go and to hand over the baton to someone else. And as you mentioned, there's plenty of candidates in this membership group, obviously, of great experts, people who need to be involved on the highest level so that we can continue to output really good results. So it's been a great pleasure, and I'm very happy to step down and hand over to another person who can lead this, I'm sure, with great confidence and results.
Yeah, that is life. We know that, and we have been through this process. We have set up resources. We have exchanged a lot of ideas. We have discussed sometimes heavily on what we think are the right way to do things and so, but in practice, what we can share is that we from the tax administrations, from the private company side, from the business that facilitate things in the middle, we all share common goals. We want to do it better. We want to do it more efficient. We want to make this good for all parties. It can sound a little nice, too nice maybe, but it has been that way. Good for all parties. Good for the private sector, that instead of just collecting information that has nothing to do with their business, make that information part of their transactions, their business. And that is one of the things that the CTC, as we call them, have been so successful. So on my part, Christian, just a great thank you very much for leading this. The two main products that you have drive us in that process to get them ready are the set of principles, which I think is a fantastic tool for any government that is considering starting some of these things, but also for private companies that can understand that there are also opportunities there for them. And the second one is that matrix that allows us to understand that we call things with different names, that there are subtle differences between regions and jurisdictions and mandates and so on. But in the end, we can certainly put them under an umbrella that is happening. What do you think will be the next output we should work on in the coming years?
I personally think, well, first of all, we should maintain both these work products that you just mentioned, right? Because one of the biggest challenges with organizations that output good results is that sometimes they move on to the next thing and they don't maintain the good things they've done in the past. I think both the matrix, the digitalization matrix that you mentioned, we can refine upon. there's still things that we are discussing, very lively discussions that are ongoing in the background, both when we meet officially and we meet unofficially at different events and places, about things like, for instance, clearance of invoices, right? What that means, and also some of the things that we've discussed and continue to discuss about, and that I'm fascinated about, which is how the local legal cultures play a role in some of these programs, like what, you know, the Latin American view of life versus, for instance, the European or Asian view. I think we should continue to discuss that and enrich the assets we have built. If we just do that, I think, you know, the next chair will certainly have enough on his or her hands to make sure we continue to follow developments. But I also think that there are still many other things that can be done. Like, for instance, one of the suggestions I would have is, I believe that there is room in this world for things like certification of software and service providers, which, you know, I know is a controversial topic, whether that is needed at all, but certainly some countries have certification schemes, and there could be room for you know, a global discussion about how you standardize that. There are so many other topics that we can work on, and I'm certainly planning to remain involved in all of that.
And in that sense, the question is not only if we should do it, but if we are going to do it, how, and how to do it properly, because otherwise it can be a thing. So I want a commitment on your side. You will not be acting as a chair of the group, but you can be part of the group and bring your knowledge, your experiences, your very good ideas. So we can all build also on those ideas from a different position, of course. You mentioned you will pass the baton to someone else, and that someone else will come from a tax administration, which gives us proper balance in this open initiative, in this dialogue. So final words from you in this interview until the opportunity we have to share a glass of beer and enjoy this initiative. Thank you very much, Christian.
Thank you very much, Errol and CIAT, for all of the great facilitation you've done for this first round, and looking forward to many more years of you know, helping the community take advantage of all these great technological opportunities.
Thank you. Christian Van der Valk, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.